Hello, Scorpio. This is your tarot reading for August 2015. My name is Aire, A-I-R-E. I'm an air sign, I'm a Libra. And so that's the professional name that I chose. The cards have been pre-shuffled and they've been cleared with my crystal. So I'm going to shuffle them just a little while longer. And this is a general tarot reading. It's not going to focus necessarily on love, but love might be an issue. It might pop up in the cards. Sometimes there are certain cards that show up where it's definitely a relationship reading. But because this is a general reading, and I know that for all the different Scorpios, that for all the different people who are Scorpios, that there are a little bit different stories for everybody. But the cards will definitely show some general energies of things going on in career, or your family, or your friends, or your love life. So usually a few cards try to pop out. We had Queen of Cups here. Okay, that is Knight of Swords. There are a lot of reversals here. Oh, wow. Ah, she showed up again. I guess I should have. I guess I should have put her down the first time, and so it's interesting when you put a card back and it still shows up. So it was definitely meant to be in this spread. I'm going to leave the card, the outcome card. I will pull that near the end of this reading to see how this entire story plays out here. And tarot gives me the best of both worlds. I have a bachelor's and master's in English, and so I'm able to use my love of literature to, read the cards. And I'm using the Rider-Waite tarot deck here, the most popular tarot deck. And I would recommend any student of tarot who's beginning that the Rider-Waite is an excellent deck to start with because of the imagery here. This row right here is the past, and this row right here is the present, and then this is the future. Love, if this is a relationship reading, you know, it seems as if this relationship is not going to work out. That there seems to be, in Scorpio, you're a water sign here. Cups represent water, so we have 2 of Cups in reverse and 10 of Cups. And when these 2 cards are together upright, it is an amazing combination because it means you've found your soulmate and you'll be living happily ever after. And so we have these cards in reverse. And this is definitely a relationship that is not working out for you. Now, if we look back in the past, we have 2 swords and the Queen of Wands upside down. So the person in here, this Knight of Swords, and whenever I see a court card, the court card can definitely represent a person, which I see this as a person too. She's upside down. Her energies, the Queen of Wands, her energies are reversed. Wands is a symbol of fire in tarot. And so the Queen versus the King is an active energy. The Queen is a passive energy, meaning that she doesn't rule by mastering a certain energy or controlling it. She works from an internal energy. She emanates and she nurtures. She doesn't necessarily rule, but she supports. And she supports the King. So the male is active, the woman is passive. Now, wands can mean inspiration and faithfulness and creativity. And you see this sunflower in her hand. And so the sunflower, whenever you see flowers, you're looking at growth, you're looking at beauty. So because this is reversed, the energies of, now we have an energy of controlling. We have impulsiveness and even anger a little bit, that all the energies of fire are now in the negative. The Knight, the Knight is not necessarily a passive or active energy, but the Knight is about movement and defending and taking care of things. It's sort of like the war, rushing in to defend, or when you go to war to defend or tackle a problem or tackle an enemy. And so the Knight represents this type of energy, and Swords is the card of inner communication. The Swords represent air. And it also represents mental energy, because now we have 9 of Swords here. Anything that affects your thoughts and your thought process and the way you communicate, that's linked to the sword. And so we have someone here who is we have competing energy. Well, this woman or this person is trying to control things. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of impatient, being impatient. She wants what she wants right now. And this person is not on the same page here. They're not. In Scorpio, depending on where you are, whether you're this Queen of Wands who is very impatient, or maybe your love of life and your inspiration is being taken away. This doesn't necessarily mean that when these energies are reversed that you're going to be an angry, jealous, controlling person. But it definitely means that you're in this situation with this Knight of Swords where your energies are not positive in this relationship. That maybe you're becoming unsure of yourself. There's a lack of confidence. That's definitely something that the Queen of Wands reverse can mean. That you used to be a confident person. You used to be a happy person who is able to be on their own and be happy alone. But now you're not because of this demanding person here. And so we have a Page of Swords. So swords represents the mental energies and communication. A page represents a young person. And the page is the last person on the hierarchy. After the king, after the queen, after the knight, then you have the page. And the page is someone who's more like a servant who does things for the knight, actually. And not necessarily a mature person. It can represent a young child here. A page can also represent a message. Someone who works as a page delivers messages. And this can definitely represent communication of the truth, finding out the truth. It can represent a debate or an argument. But it's definitely the type of energy to where there's a lot of discussion. There could be some arguments here. And, it's about the reality or the truth of the situation. If you see a Page of Swords, it means that you might be getting news that will give you clarity about the truth of a certain situation. But it can also mean just discussion and conversation or debate as well. That there's a lot of discussion here and trying to work things out, I think. Whatever the conversation or the messages or the energy here for thinking maybe there's a denial of the truth, a denial to accept certain things. So I might come back to this, but what we see here, so this is the happy home, and it's in reverse. This is the emotional fulfillment. This is the happily ever after. It can definitely represent a marriage. That, remember what I said, that when you see the Two of Cups here, that can definitely mean, hey, you and this person are getting married. That you guys are meant to be together. It was a match made in heaven. And so there's definitely a serious obstacle here with this relationship. The Six of Coins is the card of gifts of money. It can mean that if you're applying for a loan, it means that usually when I see this card, it means like, oh, you might be getting some money or a gift of money, or you might get a loan. But it's also about give and take, that there's balance here. You see this rich man with the scales. And so it's about being generous and being able to give. And the give and take is equal, that both people are contributing equally. It could mean a difficult financial situation here that's affecting your home, and there's a lot of worry. This is just very straightforward here. That as far as money issues, maybe your house is in foreclosure, and you're looking for loans and you're trying to rescue or keep your house. But there's definitely a lack of give and take here. In a relationship reading, someone is taking more than they're giving, that you might be the one trying to keep the relationship going, and this person doesn't care. They're not being supportive of the relationship. And so this is the worry card. It's the mental anguish card. And in this picture, you have a woman sitting up in bed because maybe she's had a nightmare. And you see her thoughts, these 9 swords here above her. There's so much worry going on, so much anguish and despair because of this situation. And so in the future, it's interesting here because we know that maybe this relationship is not going to work out. But the interesting thing is that we have the Empress card here, that now that this relationship has come to a close, or that because the relationship is in a bad spot, I'm not necessarily going to say that the relationship is coming to an end. It means that this relationship needs a lot of work. And the interesting thing is we have the Empress here. She's not reversed, she's upright. And the Empress symbolizes abundance and sensuality and creativity. She's actually sort of like, she's a major arcana card. She's in the first 22 cards of the tarot. And you can see she's number 3. This is a very powerful card. And actually she is the dominant female symbol of all the tarot. She is the main female energy, the first one in the tarot. And so she kind of dominates all the female trumps here. When you see all the queens are sort of like right under her. And so the interesting thing is that we have this female energy that's reversed, that has a loss of confidence and is not controlling, but I'm now starting to see that this queen has lost a lot of her power and a lot of her confidence and a lot of her joy, because she's in this negative relationship that's draining her. And so in the future, I think we have the Empress, and the relationship doesn't seem to be, obviously the relationship is not back on its feet here. But it seems as if this person here, which could be you, sort of gets her mojo back. And if you look at this, the Queen of Cups, this is upright. The Queen of Cups is emotionally stable. She's emotionally nurturing. If this was reversed, then the Queen would be sort of very dramatic, bringing lots of drama, lots of jealousy, just not emotionally stable. But it's upright. Maybe some self-esteem, and so this is definitely changing from the Queen of Wands here. And we have the Empress here. It could very well be that in this situation, because this could be another person here, that there is sort of like a break in the relationship, or the relationship is not another person is coming in to break up the relationship. But this is not reversed, and I kind of see this competing, the Empress card, which is, you know, if a major arcana card, and this is the only card in the whole spread. And so a major arcana card kind of dictates the energy of the entire card. It gives me the framework to read this. So this is definitely about a female energy in a relationship. Maybe there is a situation where two women are involved in a love triangle here. There's an imbalance. Whoever this guy is, he's not necessarily committing. He's not giving to the relationship here. That you might be giving everything, and this could work. This isn't just about a situation for a woman. It can be a guy, but it can definitely mean that there is a complicated relationship issue with more than one person here, and that there's no union here. There's no commitment here because of maybe an ex-girlfriend, and this is usually the Diva card as well. Sometimes I pick up that in a relationship that this person could be a mistress or a woman who has interfered in the relationship, especially when it's reversed. But I also want to say that maybe in this relationship, what's happening in the future is that this Queen of Wands, where you have this lack of confidence, maybe there's a decision being made here, a decision that's being made where you leave the relationship, or another person comes in the relationship that makes it a little bit complicated. And the Empress always gets what she wants. She has abundance. She's admired. People fall in love with her easily. So whatever this relationship is getting very complicated, I think. And it could be that this guy right here, whoever this person is, they're going for the superficial. They're going for, they could be a player here. And they're going towards, the divas, or they're going to superficial relationships. Because the Empress card is also sensuality and abundance. Sensuality and sexuality. She definitely represents sexual love here. And This is in opposition to Two of Cups, which is more of emotional commitment. And, you know, if you can imagine marriage vows here, that's definitely, this energy is definitely being reversed here. That there's more of this sexual energy coming. And then we have another female energy. And this Queen of Cups upright does mean that she's able to love and nurture. And you see her holding the cup here. And she's able to give love and share love as well. This is a very, and it can mean a woman being in love. And so there's definitely, I feel like there's definitely another person here that's affecting this relationship. So I'm going to do the outcome card to see what we get here. Yeah, very interesting spread. These cards keep trying to pop out. I'm going to try to shuffle as slowly as I can here. And I'm always saying a silent prayer to Spirit. I am Wiccan. I've been Wiccan for a few years now, so I think more than anything that I try to connect with Spirit as much as possible. So I'm going to cut the cards to see what this outcome card is, to see how this story will tie in. Interesting. Now, Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Coins represents a new beginning with a financial opportunity. You see this hand offering the coin here. And once again, it represents abundance. And so it's definitely, you know, as far as money here, going back to the Six of Coins, that if you've been looking for a loan or trying to get money here for a stable home, the Ace of Coins definitely means that you're going to get some financial stability here. Especially seeing that the Empress here also represents abundance. And she can be a strong energy in a relationship, but she can also represent happiness and a love of life as well. But this, you know, the fact that these two cards, that maybe a relationship is just being affected by not having money, or maybe a marriage is dealing with a very difficult time here. It seems like the Ace of Coins is going to come in with a new opportunity to start over. The Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Coins can also be relevant to a relationship, because this card represents the physical. And it's a really, an ace is the beginning of the cycle. A 10 of coins represents the end. It means a situation is almost finished. Whenever you see a 10, It means that you go up from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As far as 10 would be the highest manifestation of that energy. 10 of Cups is the highest manifestation of emotions and love, and you've reached the end, and this is the end of your rainbow, so to speak. And Ace represents the beginning. And so there is sort of like a new cycle of financial security. But in a relationship reading, it can also mean a huge ego or physical energy that that the Ace of Pentacles, coins represent logic and rationality as well. It means that you are starting to figure things out. If you had like a King of Pentacles, this person would have the qualities of being very logical and rational and grounded and stable. And so now it seems that in the relationship there might be some type of stability here, that maybe with all the drama or whatever is going on with this relationship that's turned very negative, where there's no give and take here. There's someone's being selfish and someone is giving too much. That we kind of get back to having a stability here, that maybe you realize in this relationship, well, I need to stop giving so much. I need to start taking care of myself. And you start to develop your own, you start to nurture yourself and love yourself. But this isn't just about money. It does represent coming to a new type of energy where you're thinking, you're grounded, you're dealing with reality. That's definitely something coins represents, that you deal with reality, you deal with life the way it is. And it's the beginning of a cycle, that this is a new beginning. After all of this, that maybe you're getting yourself together here after the drama and instability of what's going on here. You get back on your own 2 feet. And so things are gonna turn out okay for you, Scorpio. And note how the Queen of Cups is upright here. And remember, Cups represents water, which is your sign. And these are reversed, but it seems as if you are going to get your emotional stability here. That you're going to be grounded and stable, that maybe you're seeing the relationship for what it is, and you're just not going to be taken advantage of anymore. So the cups and coins were reversed, but now we have them upright again. And I think you're going to come out of the month of August okay. It's going to be a journey for you, I think, for you to realize that you do need to take care of yourself. And it could still be a love triangle going on here because of these 2 female energies. One is sensual and one is loving and giving. And this guy cannot decide. This person, not necessarily a guy, cannot decide. But I kind of like to see it as you, whatever this situation here, things are going to get back on their feet for the better. So that was your reading, Scorpio. I hope that it brought you some clarity, and I will see you in September.